Hi, everyone. I am live, and I'm going to be talking about, it's Marilyn Aloria. Hi, everyone. Marilyn Aloria, psychic medium, teacher, coach. Doing some interesting lighting here, so I don't know if that's working, but whatever. You know, it's one of those days. So I'm talking about conscious creation today, so I'm going to wait till you all join. And but I do have a special gift for you as well. But this is what we're talking about, conscious creation. And I have to learn how to, hi Cynthia, I have to learn how to work. I have to spend time to learn how to work Be Live. So Marilyn Aloria, psychic, medium, teacher, and coach. I know you can do that. Hi Danny, hi Diana, hi Angela, hi Jason. Hi, Cynthia. So great to see all of you guys. How you doing? One thing I want to tell all of you right away as you're getting ready to join me so we can talk about conscious creation, which is an incredible thing that I've learned and did for myself. But right now, if you type this word in the comment section, you're going to get a free gift of my channeling. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Laura. You're going to get a free gift. Hi, Elizabeth. Of my channeling about this exact thing. So every month I put out a prediction channel, right? And this month I was really behind and I didn't do it till July 10th because I was away in Toronto and so many things were going on. And so I did it. And if you put the word channel in the comment section, all you have to do is write the word channel. You don't have to put exclamation points because sometimes it gets confusing. Then you will get this channeling. Now, the thing that some of these things go into sales funnels in full visibility. Let me tell you that this doesn't. This is going to push you into my list. That's it, because that's how we have to just, do things. That's how we choose to do things. So put in the word channel and you're going to get an incredible channeled message from my guides all about conscious creation as well as tools and techniques. So I definitely want you to go check that out because you're going to love it. So just keep writing the word channel, 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 channel. How many of you channel? How many of you want to channel? It's really an incredible gift. It's taught me so much. So here I am, Marilyn Aloria, psychic medium, teacher, and coach. Next time, I will have that all prepared. Channel, channel, channel. Great. All right. So I want to talk to you about conscious creation. And for those of you just joining us, people that are typing channel in, is because there's a free gift that I have for all of you, which is my channeled sessions that I do with my guides, and it's all about conscious creation. An email thing is going to pop up. You just have to put your email in, and then you'll get it. You're not going into a sales funnel. Don't worry about it. We're not trying to sell you anything. Sometimes we do. This one particular thing, we're just giving you a gift. So that is it. So just type in the word channel. All right, conscious creation. Really, really want to talk to you about this because it's so super important. So type in the comments, like I did this on Soulful Living with your guide. So if you don't know about Soulful Living, and we are getting much more active in there, and my Facebook page, Soulful Living with your guides. I really need to have this stuff prepared ahead of time. So much going on. So if you go into Soulful Living with your guides, we've been talking about conscious creation. And I actually put it on this page as well. But that is a really, really beautiful group of people. And it's really, it's not a salesy page. I don't allow any of that crap except if I'm selling something, which I haven't in a while in there. And people really, really support each other and help each other out. And it's a beautiful community. And it's the interesting thing about this group is I'm not looking to grow it to 100,000 people. I'm looking to keep it intimate and great and interactive. And for those of you who can't afford my programs like Membership for Your Soul and things like that, then shame on you. Exactly, Lori. Like, how dare I try to sell something? For you that can't afford to work with me, then this is a great way to work with me in a little bit more of a personal setting. So let's talk about conscious creation. So I want to know right now from all of you, how many of you know what conscious creation is? Because it's super important. And I'm going to be doing a series of, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next week, which is really phenomenal. So I really suggest you start following me along now. And if you really think that my videos are great and helpful, I ask that you share them with people because I'm giving a ton of value and I want to really teach people. I'm teaching you from what I'm learning myself, what's changing my life. I just went through a tremendous lesson again last night and this morning. And the difference is when I go through lessons that are really deep and healing, I'm not losing it anymore. I'm not falling down the rabbit hole. I'm not getting depressed. I'm really understanding it. Conscious creation, what that is being in the moment when things are happening, really understanding the unfolding of your life. So when you're in conscious creation, I can only explain this through experience, you're very, very clear about the dreams in your heart. And maybe some of you aren't. We're going to talk about life's purpose next week, like what's your soul's purpose. But it's being conscious about how you're feeling about something. It's being conscious about what you're experiencing. It's being conscious about how you feel about certain people. It's really bringing you in the moment so that you can consciously create the life that you desire, not one that is dictated by habit or by reaction. So what I mean by this is you're going around your day and you're more clear about how you feel, because your feelings dictate your life. Your feelings dictate what it is you like and don't like, where you need to go, what you need to stop doing. And if you're not conscious of your own feelings and you're tuning into what everybody else thinks about you or what everybody else is saying you should do, then you're not consciously creating. But when you consciously create and get clear about how you feel as an individual about certain things, then you're able to go through your life and you're able to heal simultaneously. And you're able to make decisions and choices that catapult you down the path where you really want to go. So let me explain this in my own terms, right? So for me, I'm very clear about how I feel about certain things. I'm very clear about my soul's purpose for today, because it's going to constantly change as I expand and grow. I'm very clear about what I do like and what I don't like. So when I go into a particular situation, and if my feelings start getting all like, what's going on here? And I'm feeling uncomfortable, Micah has a lot to say about that. And when I'm really clear about my consciousness, about what I'm feeling, I'm able to make decisions based on my core belief system, based on my truth, based on my honesty, based on my organic feelings. And therefore, I'm not reacting to something from an old habit, an old story, or something that someone told me I was, some old label. Therefore, then putting a trajectory, if I'm reacting from something old, I'm then putting into my path like a domino effect of things that are really not good for me. So the way to explain this is when I wasn't so conscious about how I felt, and I was responding to life like this, like things were just crazy, right? Really insane. And it was one thing after another. And what was happening is like, I was so not in my consciousness because I was so lost about who I truly was. And I wasn't listening to my inner voice, that I would be doing things like getting into car accidents, or I got burglarized, or like all these things, but I got really sick. My immune system went down. All these things were happening to me. And, if your screen is black, get off and get back on. And if he's the only one, let me know if you people can still hear me. Let me know through the comments that you can still hear me. So when I became conscious, things like that stopped happening. Let me make sure. I got to let Micah in. Hold on. He's going to bark at me. Go. Quick. You never know what's going to happen at my house. When I started getting conscious, things started changing for me, right? So I want to tell you a story of something that happened to me just last night. And I'm almost like apprehensive to put this on video because it may get to certain people that I'm not really yet want to get to. So for me, what happens is, so you got, a lot of you guys know that I play tennis, right? And I'm now part of these tennis teams. And being in group situations sometimes can be really uncomfortable for psychics like us, right? Because we know what people feel and what they think about us, even though they're not saying it. So a lot of us are consciously aware about what people are feeling about us, even if they're not saying it, or what, let me move him because he's going to keep this up. This is a fun video, isn't it? Marilyn, you didn't hear me. I didn't yell at him. So anyway, if you guys are using iPhone, I think you have to get off and get back on. So anyway, so let me continue going on about this. So I will go on the tennis court, and I'll tell you why you're typing channel in a second. I will go on the tennis court and I'll feel what people feel about me. And right now I'm part of a team, and it's a very, very, very competitive team. And I'm learning that I don't really like competition at that level. I like competing, but if I lose, I don't want it to be a big deal. I just don't want, like, it doesn't matter to me. So I'm on a team. We're about to go to playoffs this weekend, and we've been practicing and everything. And I went on the court last night, and I have an issue with I have an issue with a couple of the girls there. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl just does not like me. It does not like me. Conscious, right? Conscious of how I'm feeling on the tennis court, conscious of how I'm feeling about the interaction between the two of us. Like, there was a point where my Brooklyn side came out, and I really wanted to be like, what is your issue? You know, I was like that. And I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. I put Jesus between us while I was playing on the tennis court. And I just asked Jesus to help to clear the triggers between the two of us, consciously creating, not reacting, not screaming, not getting Brooklyn on her butt and kicking her butt, being in my power. And then as I got off the court, and I knew, Spirit told me yesterday morning, you'll have an answer about whether you need to continue with this team or not tonight. As we were all walking to exit the tennis courts, the one girl that I had an issue with said something, and I recognized that I wasn't included in something in the team, and that was it for me. I was done. I was like, I am done. And I had so much angst over this decision. And I came home, and I just went to sleep. I was upset about it, a little hurt, but I knew that my decision was made. And the next morning, this morning when I woke up, I went on a hike, and all peace hit me. I was like, oh my goodness. It's nothing about the team. It's about, I don't like being on teams that are all about just winning. It's not interesting to me. I want to be on teams where it's like, hey, you did the best you could. And this isn't that team. And that's cool. So right before this Facebook Live, I typed to the captain an email, and I said, I am not participating in the playoffs this weekend. I just said for personal reasons. Now, she may see this video because she's a friend of mine, but that's okay. What I'm trying to get to you is the amount of peace that I experienced this morning, the amount of power. I didn't make them wrong. In the beginning, yesterday, when I was stuck in my feelings, not figuring it out, I was like, it's them, you know, what's going on? But I knew it wasn't them because I knew that I was the common denominator. And what really happened for me was that I got to a peaceful place. I was like, there's nothing wrong with this captain wanting to win. I like her. Her intention is not to hurt me. Her intention is to succeed to a certain level. It's not mine. Mine's to have fun, play competitive games, and enjoy my life. It's not worth it to me. So that's what I want for all of you. Thank you, Dana. What I want for all of you is to be consciously creating in your life. So for those of you who are just joining, and I'm going to talk more about this because I want to give you ideas, if you type the word channel in the comments section, you are going to get my channeled 30-minute channel session with my guides all about consciously creating in your life and how, I can't tell you how important this is. I've been doing this now for over 2 years, and I was somebody who was in reaction all the time. I had PTSD. I had all these kinds of things, psychological stuff from traumatic childhood and stuff. And because I became consciously aware, I now heal pretty much simultaneously. And because of that, my life continues to set itself up in this amazing thing. So here's the part I didn't tell you. So last night I'm leaving the tennis court, upset, called my friend, turning the corner, and I almost hit someone. Spirit stopped my car in the right time. And I was like, whew, that's when you're in reaction. That's when you cause trouble in your life. And that is not welcome in my life. Now, I pray when I get in the car the first time for the day. But what was me, like, this is not worth this craziness. My feelings were about to create a scenario that could have been awful for me. But because of my consciousness and because I'm in healing constantly, and healing means living fully, living in peace, living in when those uncomfortable feelings come up, you're able to heal them in the moment. And what happens is that I'm able to consciously create something better, something so much more important in my life. So waking up this morning and journaling and then meditating and then going on a hike with my dogs, I was in complete peace and power. And now what I get to do, then you know what else happened? By making this decision that was causing me angst for about 6 months about what to do with this team, all of a sudden I felt all this space in my life for amazing things to come in. All of a sudden I was breathing. I was like, wait a second. Now I have this time. I'm already on another team. So like, it's okay for me because I know this other team may be more of what might fit. But I'm already creating space in my life for beauty, not for angst. So the reason why you're typing the word channel is that I'm sending you a channeled session, and just type the word channel, and it's all about conscious creation, which is going to take you further into this learning. It's not a sales pitch, this one, so don't worry about it. Sometimes they are, but sometimes you get a lot of freebies, and then you get to decide. This one is all true. So let's talk about conscious creation for you. Let me take you through some steps right now that's going to help you to start becoming aware about conscious creation. Another thing for me is tennis has been a huge one for me, but what it allows you to do is to constantly check in with yourself and make sure that you're not making certain decisions based on old patterns, habits, and beliefs, right? Beliefs are habits that a lot of them aren't serving you any longer. I know it. Last night I came home and my habit was a glass of wine and some pizza, you know? And I knew what I was doing because I was conscious of it. So it's not like running me down a rabbit hole. But I also knew it wasn't the best choice for me, right? But I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do right now because this is what I feel like doing. And that's all right. Because the next morning, I got up this morning and I was healthy. Great. So now, what I would like for you to do is think about something, and we're going to talk about your soul's purpose next week, how to get to your soul's purpose. And I want to hear from you right now. I want you to think about something that you're really desiring in your heart. Close your eyes. And we did this yesterday in Membership for Your Soul. Somebody was asking a question, and this came to me. And I asked I asked everybody on the call, and I did it myself, and it actually made me cry. Take your right hand and reach into your heart. And take hold of what's inside your heart. And in what you're holding inside your heart is a dream that you're truly looking to make come true. So you're closing your eyes, you're breathing into your heart chakra where your truth lives, as well as your throat chakra, at least in my teachings. And you're putting your right hand in there, and you're reaching in for a dream. And I want you to take your hand out and open up your hand and look at it. And just look at that dream. And you may not connect with it very well, but I want you to notice how it feels to hold this dream. How your worth feels around it. Do you feel worthy to have it? Do you feel like you deserve it? How does it make you feel? Breathe into that. Because for me, sometimes it's hard to connect the emotional dots from getting from A to Z. Say you're renting an apartment, barely making your bills, and you really want to be living on the mansion on top of the hill. So you have to get from A to Z, which can be a little bit challenging sometimes in our belief system. So now, knowing that you have this dream, this beautiful dream in your heart, I want you to think about where you're going after this, or what you're supposed to do after this. And ask yourself consciously where you're going and what you're doing, sorry, they talked to me, after this. Does it align? I spit and wanted to cry at the same time. Does it align with where you're heading? Does it align with where you're heading? So you're holding a dream in your hand that you've reached into your heart and you pulled out. And you're feeling that dream. Some people writing a memoir, not getting all the comments. I'd have to go into the Facebook page to get them, which I'm going to do. Let me look at some of your dreams. And then tell me where you're going after, and does it align with the dream in your hand? So I just have to go down to the video and pin it. While you're writing things in, because sometimes there's a delay. And let me see what some of your dreams are. so slow. I think I need a new Mac. All right. Book and business blooming big. Great. That's what Denise says. New state job at work, new relationship at home. That's what Denny says. Great. Victoria says a dream is there, but it's unclear to what it is. Love that, Victoria. So Denny, Denise, and Victoria, I all know you in membership. So Amy says, building my small business into a brand. Great, Amy. You may want to definitely get on my list because I'm going to be talking about a mastermind group soon for people like you. And I'm doing a beta group, which means you're going to get in really cheap. Cynthia, dream to be of service as an intuitive coach. You too, Cynthia, get on my list. Karen, healing herbs and own business. You too, Karen. And Elizabeth, new relationship. Okay, love this. Now, where are you going after this? Or where are you going, like maybe some major things you're doing today? And Jasmine, I hope you're still on because I want to hear from you. Elaine, I love that great, beautiful part in the movie of the women. Laura, my own business, leaving corporate world. I did that, sweetie. You could do it. Novelist under new name. Love it, Susan. So now tell me where you're going and if it aligns. So for me, right, that one of the dreams I had in my hands was another house, right? Whether it's a summer, I don't like summers in California, especially in the Valley. It's really, really hot. So for me, it's I don't need a huge house, although I'd like more rooms, but I need a big property for my animals. I really do, and a vegetable garden. It's a dream of mine. Jasmine says, I'd like to help people and help them help others, and then I can't read the rest. So that's my dream in my hands, right? That's one of my dreams. And when I think about where I'm going after this, if it aligns with this, it completely aligns. Because after this Facebook Live, which aligns with this dream, I'm going and doing 2 readings. And then after that, I'm going to go on my Membership for Your Soul Facebook page because I have to respond to the posts of the day. We had a Q&A call last night, so I'm going to be on that. All of that aligns with this. There's nothing in here that doesn't. So after that, I'll take the dogs out, feed them, and then I'm going to a yoga class. Aligns. There's nothing in that doesn't align. So I want you to start getting conscious to the dream. And let's pick one dream for the following week. Pick one dream. And then ask yourself there's some things that you just won't be able to shift. Like, oh, Marilyn, this dream, but I still have to go to work. I still have to go to that job I don't want to go. That's okay. You can still notice that job that you have to go to is paying the bills for you to be in my Membership for Your Soul program. Shameless plug. Or to buy that healing modality class or to study Reiki. And it allows you to align with it differently and to become conscious of it in a different way so it's not dragging you down. Maybe you have kids and it's like, I have no time for yourself. But you've got to find somewhere in that day where it aligns with your dream. The other thing, and you're going to hear this in the channel session, so if you're just joining, make sure that you type in this word only, and you're going to get my 30-minute channel session. It's about 25 minutes channel session for my guides, all about conscious creation. And you're going to learn another trick of how to stay conscious all the time. So that is what conscious creation is about. Conscious creation for me is always being in the moment of my heart and soul. So when I am out somewhere and something happens, maybe I experiencing an accident or I experience somebody being rude to me, I'm able in the moment to notice my trigger, how I feel, what it's teaching me about my dream, what I need to change, expand, or grow and choose differently, and then take action. So I'm able to do all those things and change where I'm headed if something has to be changed. And what it also helps me do is stop creating chaos in my life. Because if you're constantly creating chaos in your life, you're never going to get to your dreams. And we create chaos in our lives when we're not being truthful with ourselves, when we're not living inside our heart and our soul and our dreams. So I'm going to take questions for the last 6 minutes that I'm on because I do have to get off and do readings. I want you to know that next week, I want to know what you think about this, any questions you have, even if you need help around advice around your life right now or coaching around your career. Next week, we're talking about do you know your purpose and how to find your purpose. So we're going to talk about do you know your purpose and how to find your purpose next week. Hold on. Why is it not letting me? Do you know your purpose? and how to find your purpose next week's topic. That's a good one, right? Because I know some of you don't know it. And even if you do know it, join me, because great topic, Cynthia said. I agree. Even if you do know it, there's going to be tools in this that are going to help you to go deeper into your purpose. Because honestly, this is what I want to say to a lot of you, because I have some business entrepreneurs. I'm getting ready to do a mastermind group for spiritual entrepreneurs, and also for people who need to know their purpose. And for spiritual entrepreneurs, like I had this conversation with one of my members yesterday. She was struggling with writing her website, and there's always this customer avatar, knowing your ideal customer. And I was like, look, I've been in business for 10 years. And it constantly shifts and changes. You just want to get out now what's burning in your heart and soul to teach others, right? Because it's going to shift and change as you grow and expand. And some people wait to be fully healed before they go out into this work. And you don't want to wait until you're fully healed. So what you want to do, because you're healing all along. I'm healing all along. I'm one of these teachers. Not everybody is this type of teacher, where I teach through experience and I teach through observation. So I'm constantly teaching from that place. And I want to show you that you don't want to, I never want to project my stuff onto my readings. I'm not going to go into a reading. Matter of fact, what happens to me in readings when I do them, or when I get on a Q&A call with my membership or with a class, what usually happens, whatever I'm anxious about drops away, because I'm channeling. And it's really quite wonderful, because whatever I need to learn usually comes through that session, but I'm not projecting it onto a client. So let's see where your questions on. And for those of you who are just joining, remember to type the word channel, and you're going to get my free channel session all about conscious creation. And let's see if we have some questions here. So I have to refresh the page because, I don't know, because it's technology. And let's see, and then I'm going to have to go in about 5 minutes. My computer's going to run out of battery power anyway. Linda says, still trying to find my purpose. Time has been filled with helping others, so don't make many decisions in that direction. Great. So conscious creation is going to help you, Linda, because when you don't know your purpose, and if you can start carving out certain things in your day, a lot of times too, people are in habit and they think they have to do these things. I hear this like from mothers sometimes. They think they have to make the meals, or they think that they have to do the ironing because they've been doing it. And then they start realizing, wait a second, my kids are old enough. They can make their own lunch now. My kids are old. My mother did almost everything for us because she was like an Italian mother that way. But one thing she would not do is iron. And I friggin' hate ironing to this day. So that's what she won't do. Rochelle says being a full-time artist, which is great. So now I want to know if you guys have any questions for me around this topic, or around what you're struggling with, or anything at all. Just let me know. So let me just refresh, because that's the way it works. It's been an interesting time, hasn't it? Really interesting time. And for me, interesting time is like, this is another thing I want to share with you guys. Like, I have not been struggling with depression for a long time now. And doesn't mean I don't get sad, because I had sadness yesterday when I was trying to figure things out. But it's not depression any longer, which is, thank you, God. Because that is not fun. All right, I'm waiting till it refreshes, because it's like doing that little, it's thinking. All right. So Jasmine says, let me try to see if I can put this up on the screen. It says, I want to help people and help them heal, but I don't know how or in what modalities. Jasmine, what you want to start with there is, what made you, what is healing you? What are the things that have been healing you? Maybe it's been you're in membership for your soul. So I know that you're going through a lot of great changes there. So maybe it's membership for your soul. Maybe it was a reading you had once. Maybe it was a healing. Maybe it was an acupuncture session. Maybe it was something that somebody said in the grocery store. What I suggest you do is take stock of all the things that you have helped push you along, whether you feel like you're healed or not, but have helped move you along in your life. Start there, because normally, and I know you, we want to teach from what changed our lives, from the things that really pushed us into incredible enlightenment, right? So you want to start there. Oh, they're just giving me an idea. And then you want to move forward with that. So start there, and then make sure you I'm on membership. You're in membership with me, so you could always tag me and tell me, show me that list, and then we can go further into it. But you can also come back next week and see it. Okay, let me see who else has questions. I feel lost, Michelle says. 6 major changes have happened in my life, and I'm trying to find my path again. So, Michelle, I'm not a stranger to things happening constantly, like that. It happened once before for me. And not once before, it happened a lot of times in my life. And the reason why that usually is happening is because Spirit is trying to, I'm going to lose battery power, is trying to push you in a whole other direction. So you want to look at the things that 6 major changes that happened, and you want to look at your consciousness around the changes, because many times the consciousness has, and forgive me for saying this because I don't know what you're dealing with, so I'm not saying it's your fault. I know from my own personal experience that being conscious about the decisions and the choices and where I'm coming from and where I want to go has helped no chaos in my life. It's gotten rid of that. It's gotten rid of that feeling. So I really feel like this is happening to you because you're looking for a big change. You're wanting a big change in your life. You're wanting to create a big dream in your life. And because you weren't listening to the signs and the symbols, because a lot of times we can't see them if we're like stuck in pain or things are happening or we're not clear in our heart, then Spirit's going to say, all right, not listening, and they're going to wake you up that way. And I went through it a lot, and it was really friggin' painful. I got to tell you, it kind of sucked, really sucked. And, but that's what I want to teach you, not to go through that, not to have that experience, because it's not worth it. So start there, sweetie. Let me see who else we have. Let me see where Spirit takes me. Ooh, okay, I'm going to lose battery power soon, so I'm going to have to go anyway. Lori. Trying to find and keep my focus and just getting started. So Lori, I know because she's taken some of my classes in the past. Focus is a huge thing. And you know what helps focus? I'm going to give you a treat. Knowing what you want. That's what helps focus. So when you know what you want, you have to work on worthiness around it as you know what you want. You're not going to come out of the gate going, I'm feeling worthy for this. You've never had it before. You've never experienced it. You want to be a famous author because you know you have something to say. You're not going to jump out of the gate going, not everybody, woohoo, it's great for me. So instead, knowing that you want to author a book, say I'm using it as an example, knowing what you want keeps you focused because you don't let the shiny new objects distract you. When you know that you're worthy of your dream, you stop that stuff and you say, nope, that's a distraction. That's a no, that's a habit. And now I'm going to go and just focus on what my plan is. And that'll help you, Lori. So trying to find and keep my focus and just getting started. I would say pick one dream, even if that dream is to have a bigger house, and just focus on that for a while, for like a week or so. And notice what happens with your decision-making ability. Ask yourself, do I really need to do this thing? Do I really need to go to this thing? Do I really need to be on Facebook for 3 hours as a time suck? Right now, is this helping me to buy my house? Probably not, right? So that's what I'd say. All right, I'm going to take one more before I lose battery power. And for those of you who are joining at the end, type the word channel, and you're going to get my free channel session all about conscious creation. And next week, we're talking about, I keep forgetting the topic, and I have to look at the content calendar. Do you know your purpose and how to find your purpose? Do you know your purpose next week and how to find your purpose? Okay, so I'm going to take one more, and my computer may go whoop, and so just know that. All right. Yeah, so this is a good one, Lexi. I'm sorry you're going through this, but this is what I came to really fast. Facing a challenging negotiation with a corporate landlord who is breaking my lease on my beautiful office. They've given me only a week's notice of a big remodel that would force me to leave. Any guidance? So first of all, facing a challenging negotiation with a corporate landlord. Why are they allowed to break your lease? Have you Googled, go to Google Forum and type in corporate landlord breaking my lease, forum, finish forum, put forum on the end, and see if any forums come up with this particular problem. That's a great way of researching stuff, right, in Google. And so you'll type in corporate landlord trying to break lease forum. And then you want to see about this, because I want you to really do a little bit. I want you to do a little bit of looking around as to, are they able to do this? Are they really allowed to do this to you, no matter how much they want to make your life miserable? Now, what I'm going to say to you, there's two things that are coming up for me. One is inner power and standing in the power, and not looking at this as like the other. I don't feel like you are fully, so let me just say this. The other shoe is dropping. Why is the other shoe dropping on me again? Why is this happening to me? We want to stay out of that, right? That's one of the biggest things, that mindset change, which we're going to be talking about at another week, which is why minds, actually, I think I may talk about it next week when I talk about masterminds, which might be a bonus Facebook Live. So mindset shift. Why is this happening to me? What can I do about this? What is spirit trying to show me? What is the universe trying to show me? Where do I need to stand in my power? And then acceptance that there's something bigger and greater for you out the door. So there's twofold with this for you and for anybody else who goes through challenging times. You want to, one, notice where you need to stand in your power and your self-worth and have your voice. And then two, you also want to surrender to it in a certain way. Like, I don't surrender without speaking my truth. But I always trust that God, Spirit, my guides has my back, and they're going to take care of me, and they always do. So for you, honey, I feel like this is actually going, like, I look at your picture on that page, on the question, and I feel like you are going to, you're going to excel from this. You're going to find an even better place through your phone calls. You're going to find something even better. And I also feel like I get a 6 weeks or 6 months around this, like they can't do this to you. They're not allowed. And there's some kind of loophole in here for you where they have to stop. And there's even a loophole where they can't pay you, or like that you would get off money or something. So find out about that, okay? And let me know what happens. All right, everyone, I have to go because my battery is going and I have to go do readings. But type in the word channel and you'll get your free channel session. You'll have to put in your email and you'll get your free channel session. I'm not selling you anything on this particular one. So just get your channel session, enjoy the heck out of it because it's really phenomenal. Remember, next week we're talking about your soul's purpose. I'll leave a little more time for Q&A so I can answer your questions because I feel that that is really beneficial for all of you because then you get to learn from each other, which is really good. And remember, I'm Marilyn Aloria, psychic medium, teacher, coach. And I'm signing off. Woohoo! Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being part of my audience. Share this video if you think it's helpful. That would be really wonderful for me. Really, really amazing. And join us at Soulful Living. Thank you so much and have an incredible day or evening whenever you're watching this.